Hey, hello everyone. I'm Karin, aka Satori. Welcome to my first ever, and let us hope last, opinion made video. Now, before I start, I'm going to explain a few rules. The like and dislike buttons are off. Why? I don't know. I do this with all of my videos. I just don't like seeing those thumbs up and down. Reminds me of a time when I was in ancient Rome and fighting off this huge guy and all these people. No, yeah, yeah, you guessed it. It's going to be a Family Guy opinion video. Second of my small set of rules, I delete negative comments such as fuck you, bitch, whore, fat ass, cunt. Oh my god, you have no brain. I can go on forever, baby. It's a long list. Constructive comments are welcome. Sharing your thoughts are welcome, or else I would not put my videos on YouTube. Just keep those haters comments of my channel or you'll get permanently banned forever.
Forever!
Thanks, Pinky. Now, about Family Guy. First of all, I want to start negative. Now, whoa, don't worry. It won't be negative the entire time. I am a fan of the show, including Seth's other shows, American Dad, and The Cleveland Show. But the last one I just mentioned is cancelled. I'm kind of glad about that because Cleveland became a second Peter in my opinion, and I don't get the jokes most of the time. Simple, I do not live in the United States and don't understand American jokes, just like I had to find out the Asian car joke, which we have in Paris as well. I'm grown up to like every race on the world, so I grown up not to be the judge of others because of their looks and their indifferences and respect their own point of view. Even for the fact I delete comments that are irrelevant to the discussion I'm trying to have. I like other people. I like being with people from everywhere around the globe, as long as I don't get pushed on their beliefs and perspectives. Constructive advice is always to me appreciated. I'm a spiritual person. I believe in freedom and a lot more than just that. There has to be a lot more. So when Brian Griffin passed away, I knew immediately that Seth would not let him stay dead. What he's trying to do is to show he can still play with his material, even though if one person should have died, it should have been either Peter, Lois, or Chris. Peter has become to me a huge annoyance on the screen. The Simpsons, for example, had a period of time in their seasons that I could not stand Homer. Now, with the new seasons, I don't mind that he's being a Dumbo because he actually cares for his children. And mostly, there's a moral in the story. Mostly. Peter even said that he hates being around them and gave them an Xbox 360 to gain their affection. A long time ago, Peter and Lois Griffin were in the first season's caring parents, agreed that Peter was a Dumbo like Homer, but he still seemed to learn something at the end of each show. Now, I can't stand to see Meg being abused by her own parents, especially Peter. I think Meg is still a character that can be explored, a typical teenager. Why don't they mold more with Meg? As a story writer myself for comics and novels, I still see hope for Meg, because it reminds me of Haley from American Dad. Meg doesn't even look fat in my opinion, even though they make jokes about it. She has a curly room, a diary, and a school life. If I could write a few episodes for Meg, I would make her more attractive, background and story-wise, for the audience. I would not change her appearance because I think she's beautiful. Like Steve from American Dad, she's still in school, so a lot of things can happen with this gal. So I really can't stand this why isn't Meg dead? Because Family Guy doesn't show Meg's potential. She's voiced by an amazing actress, not to mention beautiful as well. Don't think what I think you're thinking. My favorites of the show are actually Brian, duh, and Stewie, duh. I love this duo, voiced both by Seth, and creating this unique way of making songs. I love personally all the moments of them together. I also love Bonnie. Yes, she doesn't get much screen time, but it's because she's voiced by Jennifer Tilly, and I really would like to meet Jennifer Tilly. I'm such a big fan. I love her voice. She sounds just like an angel. Oh, Chucky reference. Now, a character that I've grown to love, it also looks like that they're finally showing more character to the neighbors, is Quagmire, but I do not agree with his opinion of Brian.
Okay, I'll tell you. You are the worst person I know. You constantly hit on your best friend's wife. The man pays for your food and rescued you from certain death, and this is how you repay him? And to add insult to injury, you defecate all over his yard. And you're such a sponge. You pay for nothing. You always say, "Ooh, I'll get you later," but later never comes. And what really bothers me is you pretend you're this deep guy who loves women for their souls when all you do is date bimbos. Yeah, I date women for their bodies, but at least I'm honest about it. I don't buy them a copy of Catcher in the Rye and then lecture them with some 7th grade interpretation of how Holden Caulfield is some profound intellectual. He wasn't. He was a spoiled brat, and that's why you like him so much. He's you. God, you're pretentious. And you delude yourself by thinking you're some great writer, even though you're terrible. You know, I should have known Cheryl Tiegs didn't write me that note. She would have known there's no A in the word definite. And I think what I hate most about you is your textbook liberal agenda, how we should legalize pot, man, how big business is crushing the underclass, how homelessness is the biggest tragedy in America. Well, what have you done to help? I work down at the soup kitchen, Brian. Never seen you down there. You want to help? Grab a ladle. And by the way, driving a Prius doesn't make you Jesus Christ. Oh, wait, you don't believe in Jesus Christ, or any religion for that matter, because religion is for idiots. Well, who the hell are you to talk down to anyone? You failed college twice, which isn't nearly as bad as your failure as a father. How's that son of yours you never see? But you know what? I could forgive all of that, all of it, if you weren't such a bore. That's the worst of it, Brian. You're just a big, sad, alcoholic bore. I'll see you, Brian. Thanks for the steak.
I have to disagree a lot with Quagmire on a lot of things, but he's such a bore. I enjoy seeing Brian every time on the screen because I know on memes they say he's the voice of reason. Yes, in a lot of cases he is, and to this current day, still is. When his book came out, Wish It, Want It, Do It, you would actually see what can become of nice people who suddenly become popular. I can give you good examples of that. Just go to DeviantArt, Fur Affinity, Ink Bunny, or any other art community. Seriously, sit down, relax, more Fanta, less serious. Now, my biggest argument of what happened with Brian's death is the petition. Yes, I signed it, cause I thought, yeah, this is so cute. I know he'll be back in a few weeks, but hey, 128,499 signed the petition. Are you fucking kidding me? In 1 week's time. You know the dog will be back. And the comments. Well, it'd probably be more and new material for Seth. But seriously? I drew a fan art. It got posted on the fan site of Rest in Peace, Brian Griffin, Facebook. The comments on this piece of artwork. By the way, that's the first time I drew Brian Griffin, so be gentle. The idea is all dogs go to heaven. Duh. He's holding a blue collar. He normally has a red one because he got hit by a car, just like Charlie. He sings in Let Me Be Surprised.
Great.
Welcome to being dead.
What? You mean I'm
Stone cold, I'm afraid.
I can't believe it. I've been murdered.
I'm having trouble finding any goodness or loyalty here, but let me see.
He killed me.
I beg your pardon?
There's a mistake been made here. I don't want to die. You got the wrong guy. I was double-crossed by a dirty rat. Actually, this rat was a dog, but his car ran me down.
And there you go. Everyone was thinking, who drove Brian to his death? Vinny? So yeah, I turned Vinny into Carface and Brian into Charlie. Around 95% of the comments I've gotten was, he's an atheist. I know, right? I tried to explain it over and over, but after almost 160 comments in less than 5 hours, I got tired. The image got shared, and I read often, "Look how stupid this person is for drawing that." That made me wonder, how stupid are you? Didn't you watch the classics? They mention in Family Guy 2 times even an episode is called Not All Dogs Go to Heaven. Hint, hint, hint. Sorry. It was a parody, and so many people threw this artwork into a piece of garbage in just a few seconds. Thanks. Took me over 4 hours to draw it, you jack. Nah, I know I suck. So let's get back to this 128,499 people who signed this petition, including myself. There are petitions going on to save real dogs in Romania, dolphins who are right now being tortured to death in Taiji, Japan. Then we find out that dolphin meat is served in an Italian restaurant, sharks who are being killed for their fins for fin soup, children whose water is taken by big companies, and amusement parks. This petition to get Brian back, that amount was achieved less than a week. It took Rico Berry to help him to stop this mass slaughter of dolphin months to get signatures. It took him months to get even the amount that we have to get Brian back, and we all know, at least most of us knew that Brian would get back. Why are you guys not spending your time in this? Save the planet. That sounded hippie-ish. Not sure if that's a word. But still, to get that off my chest, it was really strange to see this respond for a cartoon character. Of course, we, the fans, love him, but he's on screen. They killed America's dog. You would not believe how many responses of people I've read that made me laugh like a hyena. Seriously, come on. I was kind of getting interested in Vinny. To be honest, a pussy hound. I guess Vinny won't return. A few friends of mine said, well, we started to like him. Seriously. Seth gave a few hints that he sees himself in Brian, and even Fox gave hints with, our loyal fans know what we are doing. How many more hints did you guys need? But now, one more thing to get off my chest. Despite that the show is starting to lose its touch, I know Seth is still trying. He says he's going to quit it, but if Matt Groening from The Simpsons is teaming up, then I'd advise you, Seth, to keep it. It's money. You had a whole good thing going on. And if you aren't sure your show is running good, check the petition again. Just one advice. Do something about Meg. In a good way. I think a lot of uncertain girls keep seeing themselves in Meg. Oh yeah, that's true. If you don't like it, complain on the internet. Right? Night everyone.